he was never lazy. That is the part nobody understands. He woke up early, he stayed up late, he worked through weekends. He worked harder than most people he knew, and nothing moved. Same room, same salary, same feeling every Sunday night. That something is wrong, but you cannot name it. This is not a story about a lazy person who finally got up. This is a story about a person who never stopped and still had to ask himself the hardest question of his life. His name is Karan, 26 years old. He runs a small tea stall with his father near the railway crossing. Up at 5, chai ready by 5:40, first customer by 6. He does not stop until the last glass is washed at 9 in the evening. 16 hours every day, no complaint. But here's the thing nobody sees from outside the stall. Karan has a notebook. He's been carrying it for 2 years. Inside, on the first page, are 3 words: my own business. Not the tea stall, something he builds, something with his name on it. A small catering service, local events, simple, but his. He thought about it every day. He wrote about it every few weeks. He planned, he calculated costs, he drew a small logo once in the margin. But he never started because he was always too busy, because there was always tomorrow. One evening, a regular customer, an older man named Mr. Varma, sat at the stall longer than usual. He ran a small printing shop nearby, had for 30 years. He watched Karan move, efficient, fast, never stopping. He said, "You're good at this, Karan." Karan said, "Thank you, Uncle." Mr. Varma said, "I didn't mean the chai." Karan looked up. Mr. Varma said, "I mean you are good at working. But working and building, those are 2 different things." Karan laughed it off, wiped the counter, moved on. But that night, walking home through the market lane, those words did not leave. Working and building, 2 different things. Karan stopped walking. He stood in the middle of the lane, shops closing around him, shutters coming down. He thought about the last 2 years. Every single day, busy. Every single day, moving. And every single day, in exactly the same place. He was not going anywhere. He was just moving in a very small circle. And he had called that circle hard work. For the first time in 2 years, Karan felt something he did not expect. Not sadness, not anger. Embarrassment. The kind that comes when you realize you have been fooling yourself. Not your family, not your customers. Yourself. He did not go home. He walked to the old school building at the end of the lane. The night watchman there knew him, let him sit in the empty classroom sometimes. He had done it before when he needed quiet. He sat at a desk, set the notebook in front of him. The same notebook, 2 years old, the cover worn at the corners. He opened it. First page, 3 words: my own business. He turned the pages. Plans, numbers, small sketches, ideas that arrived and went nowhere. Then he reached the last written page, a date at the top, 8 months ago. Below it, "This week, I will call the event hall near the station." He never called. He stared at the page for a long time. The classroom was completely still, one tube light humming above. He realized something he had never said out loud. He was not building anything. He was writing about building things, and he had mistaken the writing for the work. The notebook was not evidence of effort. It was evidence of everything he had avoided. Karan did not cry. He did not make a big speech to himself. He just sat with it, the discomfort of seeing clearly. He thought about Mr. Varma, 30 years at the same printing shop. Not rich, not famous, but the shop was his, built by his hands, his name on the door. Karan understood now. Mr. Varma was not just talking about a business. He was talking about the difference between a man who executes someone else's plan and a man who is living his own. Karan picked up his pen. He turned to a fresh page. He did not write a plan. He wrote a date, tomorrow's date, and beside it, call the event hall. Just that, nothing else. One action, specific, small, real. He closed the notebook. He stood up. He walked home. He was still tired, still uncertain, but something had changed in the quality of his silence. It was no longer the silence of someone waiting. It was the silence of someone who had decided. There's a kind of busyness that feels like progress. It has all the right movements: early mornings, late nights, full days. It looks like discipline from the outside, but inside, it's just motion. Motion without direction, energy without intention. Hard work is not enough on its own. The question that matters is not, how much are you working? The question is, what are you working toward? Karan worked hard every day, but for 2 years, he worked hard inside a box he had built around himself. And the box had a name. He called it, "Not Yet." Busy is not the same as building. You can exhaust yourself completely and still arrive nowhere. The direction matters more than the effort. Choose the direction first. The next morning, Karan opened the stall at 5:45 as always. First customer at 6, 16 glasses by 7:30. Nothing was different from the outside, but at 8:15, during a quiet gap between customers, he took out his phone. He searched for the event hall near the station. He found the number. He called. A woman answered. He said he was inquiring about small event catering partnerships. She said to come in on Thursday with a proposal. He said he would. He put the phone down. A customer asked for another glass. He made it. But this time, as he poured, he was no longer a boy running a tea stall. He was a man taking his first step towards something that was his. He was still tired. He was still uncertain. But now the tiredness had a purpose, and that changes everything. You do not have to stop working hard. You never did. You just have to make sure you know what you are building. Because a hammer swung in the wrong direction, no matter how strong, builds nothing. Karan finally knew which direction he was swinging. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories from Motimo Tales.